Hello friends, and welcome to today's episode. It was rainy and dark outside, and lightning struck just as they walked into the warm restaurant. Even though it was warmer, the mood seemed just as gloomy as it did outside. When they saw him, they knew they had to go right up to him and tell him what they thought. He was the coach of the Columbus Lions and a Georgia football team. He was also lieutenant colonel, and his name was Robert Riston. This wasn't very exciting. His main goal was to be a good husband and dad to 2 kids. He didn't always get to go home because he often had to work late or for long hours. Since he led 2 sports teams, Riston had to go all over the country. He and his co-coach, Jason Gibson, also had to look for players. Riston was very tired after studying the teams all weekend and teaching them. They were getting ready for the Senior Bowl. He thought he could finally take it easy, but he couldn't. They were almost there, but then a storm started. Nearby, there was only one place, a Taco Bell. Also, they were hungry, so they stopped there anyway. You could stay dry and warm in the restaurant and eat something. That would be nice. Riston heard thunder crackling as they got to the front door. He was glad he got inside just in time because the storm had gotten much worse. When the thunder hit, it made the windows shake. At the time, Riston didn't know that the weather would be the least of his problems. Surprisingly, there were a lot of people in the restaurant. It looked like more people than just him thought about going inside because of the storm. He got what he wanted to eat and then found a table in the middle of the diner that was empty. There were people in every booth. He was so hungry that he just couldn't wait to start eating. Then he realized something. The rain was pouring down, and the 2 figures were dressed in all black. He saw that water was getting slippery at their feet. The Po guys had to walk through the storm to get to the restaurant. He was curious about how long they had been walking in the rain to get there. He knew that they had seen him and were acting very suspicious about him. He was ready for that because of what he had learned in the war. He watched them to make sure nothing strange was going on. Riston thought that the strange people could start trouble and that things could get worse quickly. He was still wearing his uniform, so maybe that's why they were looking at him. The 2 young people then walked up to the cash register and made a sign to the cashier. It would be a sign that would get him to move right away. The 2 boys made the cashier shake her head. No matter what she said to them, they did something quickly. They turned around quickly and went to other tables in the same way. Why did they show them that? Everyone they talked to gave them the same answer. The boys got scared and started moving faster. When they saw Riston in his outfit, they knew it was him. Riston thought they would run away and hide because younger boys often do that when they see a uniform, but what they did surprised him. They straightened their backs and ran straight toward him. Riston was about to figure out what was going on with the boys and why everyone was looking at them when he heard a shout. One of the restaurant workers tried to get the boys to leave, but they didn't give up. They skipped over the worker and went straight to Riston. They were drenched. Riston looked into eyes that seemed to hold the whole moon inside of them. The next thing they said shocked him. They asked innocently, "Do you want to buy some candy?" They showed him the bag of baked goods in secret. Riston's face lit up with a big smile, but then it went away quickly. He wondered why these boys were selling candy at a restaurant, but then he remembered that he didn't have any cash. Gibson, his co-coach, said he didn't have any when he was asked. He told the boys that he didn't have any money and watched as their shoulders sagged and their heads dropped. Riston asked, "What are you selling these for, boys? Don't you like em?" The boys said that they were trying to raise money for their church. Then they were about to leave when Riston called them back. They looked like they hadn't eaten in weeks and had been selling their stuff in the rain for a long time, Riston remembered. "I was cold, wet, and hungry so many times in the army that I can't even count them." The fact that they can sit inside and eat tacos is a big win for them. "Can you guys eat 10 tacos?" Robert asked. The 2 boys stopped what they were doing and turned around with big smiles on their faces. They gave a proud nod. Robert got up from his seat and took them to the cash register. He told the boys they could have anything on the menu for free. Their eyes shone, but they surprised Riston even more before they agreed. They called their grandpa and asked Riston to talk to him as proof that they weren't paying for their food with church money. Riston's heart broke when he saw how quietly they helped the church, even though they had walked in the rain and skipped dinner to do so. Riston helped them each order 5 tacos, and Gibson took a video of the whole sweet moment. Gibson said, "They both ate their first taco in less than a minute. I've never seen someone eat that fast before." The two men were also very impressed by how polite the two boys were. Everything was yes, sir and no, sir, Gibson said. Their parents are doing a great job with them. But one of the boys had to tell Riston this. BJ, the younger brother, was only 9 years old when he saw Riston's uniform and told him he wanted to be a fighter like him when he grew up. Riston said, "He gave me a salute with his left hand while holding a taco in his right hand, which is the right hand to use. So I told him to put down the taco and showed him how to salute properly. This will help him if he grows up to be a soldier." After the tape of his meeting went viral, Riston talked about what he was thinking at the time. He said, "I was thinking about my kids the whole time. It broke my heart to think of my kids in that situation, so I did what I could to help the boys. The least I could do was buy them some tacos." That's it for today, friends. Please let us know what you think about this story. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon for more amazing stories.